all of our vampires have, you know, everything that makes them great, everything that makes them really special is coming straight from, even if it's a power or, you know, like something that seems, you know, really fantastical. It does come from who they were as people before, and considering I got to play her for, you know, 3.5 years as a human, I felt like I got to play kind of the most, like, well-rounded. I took every step along the way, so I didn't feel like I was taking this leap into fantasy land. It felt like the next natural step for her. You know, she does just become a really realized version of who she's been all along, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'd watched everyone else do it for so long. I was ready to jump in. I had no question. It wasn't difficult to transition into that at all.
It's a very strange thing to kind of have this really consistent fan base, and all around the world as well. They have a theme, screaming, but God, sorry, this is terrible. I'm so jet lagged. This is not working. No, they're great, and they've stuck around, and they've been loyal, and and they've really been very supportive of us through the years. So it's made the whole process and all the other craziness a lot kind of easier in a way, just to know that someone likes you.
I don't know if I could choose a favorite, but I've loved the traveling. I mean, before I started this franchise, I don't even think I'd been out of the United States. Oh yeah, of course, my favorite's Berlin, by the way. Did I mention that? No, I do. The thing I do love about Berlin, truly, is I have one thing that I do here every time I come, and there's this bowling alley, and I go to it every single time, and I don't know why, because I'm terrible at bowling. I don't do it back home. What is that face for?
He's not terrible at anything.
Yes.
He literally rocket launches himself across the lane. Spider-Man bowler.
But I always love coming back here, and no, I've absolutely loved the traveling aspect.
Yeah, no, it was but, you know, it was harder for her, I have to say. I was amazed. I think people can see the sort of this how big an accomplishment it is now that you have the two movies to look at, because Kristen would go from being emaciated and pregnant to being this warrior goddess vampire all within 24 hours, constantly back and forth. For me, it was just one big long script that I just kept shooting, but I was amazed by how she specifically, her arc across these two movies is immense.
I think the thing that was probably most exciting to me was using different directors for each of the books, because I felt like the books always had very different themes at the core of them, and not all directors would make the same movie. So I felt like that was a way to keep the movies fresh for audiences, and having Bill for the last two movies was, you know, fantastic, because I thought the themes of Breaking Dawn were the most complex and mature, and Bill's kind of commitment over the last 2 years, literally every day for 2 years he's been on these two movies. I think a lot of people about 6 months ago would have quit pushing and trying to make things better, but he kept on it, and I think the results are fantastic.
It feels, in one sense, it feels like it's gone on for so long because it's been such a huge part of our lives and it's meant so much to us. But in another sense, it's kind of flown by. And then also there's the fact that we finished filming these movies almost 2 years ago. So it feels like we have been done, but then the movies still have yet to come out. So it's all very just confusing, and it is a strange feeling. It's weird. It's weird that it's coming to an end.
To be seriously honest, I think if I were to run into anyone who'd been involved in this thing, it doesn't matter how many years go by, I think it would be sort of instant. You know, you do create a bond when you love something together, and we got really lucky. No one was a jerk. We got, like, everyone was on the same team. Everyone says that at press conferences about their movies. Oh, we were a big family, but this actually really was a pretty solid group. I feel so strong standing next to these guys. So.